Hey everyone, Casualties of Gaming here. I wasn't planning on doing another video, at least until the weekend, but we got a couple things to talk about. The specs for the Classic dropped, and then we got price points for both that and the Retroid Pocket Flip. So as far as specs for the Classic go, we got 4 gigs of LPDDR4 RAM. I got tongue-tied saying that earlier. 64 gigs of internal storage, active cooling. The screen is a 3.92-inch screen, 1240 by 1080p, 500 nits. Also, it's going to be an AMOLED screen. I don't have that there, but I've seen that other places. Video out, which I'm not sure how important that is with this form factor, although you do have Bluetooth 5.0, so you could presumably connect a controller to it and kind of use it as a console. Wi-Fi 5, Type-C, Android 14, basically all the kind of stuff that you like to see. The only thing I haven't seen here, well, I don't see here and I haven't read anywhere else on Discords or subreddits or anything, is the GPU and the CPU. Now, given what I'm going to show you next, I assume that information is finalized. I just haven't seen it yet. But this is also taken off the SBC Gaming subreddit. Jesus Christ, I cannot talk right now. So a couple of things to go over real fast here. So 4 gigs. Okay, so I'm looking at this and it looks like weird because they don't. Okay, so as far as the Classic goes, I just noticed it says here what I'm assuming is 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of internal storage for the early bird price of $114. It'll be $119 without the $5 coupon, and then 6 gigs and 128 internal storage, 124, 129. So either way, whether you're an early bird or not, there's a $5 price difference or $10 price difference. Excuse me. So you get all the colorways if you get the what we'll call the premium edition, and this version right here looks like it will just be limited to Classic 6, which is probably the Sega style one, and then it just says retro, which I'm assuming means the old school Game Boy DMG look. So just keep that in mind. If I was going to get one of these, it would be the 6 button. I was putting a lot of thought into this, and I was thinking if they could hit the $100 price point, I might do it. This tells me that probably the CPU and GPU are a little bit higher end. I don't know yet. Now, as far as the Flip goes, you got a $10 off coupon, making the the Dominium, whatever the chipset is in this. I can't remember how to pronounce it. But early bird pricing will be $189. It'll be $199 without it. The Snapdragon version will be $219, $229 without early bird pricing. Now, I'm not telling anyone how to spend their money, but there's a couple of things to keep in mind with both of these. I would say if you're going to be playing a lot of games off of Android with the Classic, I would say get the 6 gig version. As far as the Flip is concerned, so I've messed around a little bit with emulation on a couple of phones, both of which had Snapdragons in it. So I cannot speak personally to using this other chip. However, I have read that when you emulate on your cell phones through Android, a lot of the emulators are kind of built to use a Snapdragon. So I would totally... I'm just like you guys. I'm, a big proponent of finding a good deal. So much so that I got the Retroid Pocket 2S for $50 used. That's just the kind of shopper I am. But in this case, I would say splurge a little bit. It's only $30, and you're just gonna have better compatibility. As far as this goes, like I said, if you're not playing Android games, the 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gig would probably be fine, especially considering that these aren't really designed for some of the higher end systems. I mean, you can play very, very select N64 games with this setup, and DS, I would imagine, and well, I know you can because you can play it on this, so you'll probably be able to play it on that, I'd imagine. And then probably some PSP. It's hard to say because we don't know. They gave us all the specs, except there wasn't a chipset listed here, which is kind of annoying and stupid. But I'm assuming you'll be able to play up to that. That I mean, I don't need why you wouldn't. Lastly, there is a combo deal. That is for $328 early bird, $30 off. It'll be $358 without that. This is only limited to the Snapdragon variant of the Flip and the more premium version of the Classic. Launch time is March 17th, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm on the West Coast, so that'll be 6:30 my time. So just keep that in mind. You might have to look up a map to figure out, if you're in Canada and you're doing mountain time, or you're further south or over in the UK or whatever. But that's kind of it. As far as all of that goes, I don't have a whole lot to say. I was kind of eyeing the Classic, and I do want to get a Flip. I want the Snapdragon variant. I'm just not sure if $10 off will be enough for me to warrant being a tester with this device. It would be great for content. I'm sure it would get me some views if I was able to get it, during the first batch. But I know the hinges on the original were shoddy. And Retroid has got a really bad habit of the first round of devices having something wrong with them. So whether it be screens, whether it be hinges, whether it be buttons, whatever the situation may be. So, buy at your own risk. I have definitely learned, particularly with the Miu Mini Flip, that being an early adopter does not always pay. So keep that in mind. Anyway, I've been Casualties of Gaming. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff that annoying YouTubers ask you to do. If you think I'm an idiot, tell me I'm an idiot in the comments. It's all engagement. So anyway, I will talk to you later.